On 1st and 10, Locke. And it's brought in by Eric Decker. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a pickup of 21. And that leads to a Chicago first down. Luck on first down. To Decker over the middle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that? And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Lorenzo Alexander in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. To throw on second down is Locke. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there, and it's third down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Play action. It's Locke. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Giants ready to come out now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
It fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Second down following the incompletion. Now Hundley, and he finds a man on the crossing route. The reception good for 7. It's third down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle. And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll come out in the pistol. They go play action here on first down. Looking for Colston, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball.
Looking for Decker, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? I mean, interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Throwing, Hundley. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Shift together here from the D-line. They go back to the ground now with Crowell. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. They come up in an offset eye. Looking to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
On second down, here's Locke. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
A shotgun snap for Luck. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
I can't say that I was really in love with the play call there. A draw in that situation, I know it's a risk-reward call. If it works, he walks in. But otherwise, you're bringing up a really tough 4th down situation.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. Luck on the sneak. No signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out here in the eye. Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1 on 2nd and goal. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense. 3rd and goal now. So submerged. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there. And he's got a Bears touchdown. Jalston Fowler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears draw a bit closer. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. On the return, it's Niall Davis. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Four yards remaining now on second down. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. And it's 3rd and 4. Third and 4. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Back to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Fielded at the 33. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now Hundley. Incomplete over the middle. Safarian-Jenkins. 11 yards on the pickup. And the Giants are going to get a 1st down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Throwing, Hundley. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get 17 yards there. And it'll give the Giants a 1st down. They'll look to throw here on first down. A screen complete to Crowell. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down now after the pass completion. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
He'll drop to throw, and that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That one intended for Anquan Bolden, and that'll make it third down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense, but in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
He'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Look at the time. Trying to improvise. And he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much. Getting outside of the pocket. And it results in a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Back to the air. Luck on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on third. Throwing on third down. Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. This is brought in at the 21. And out of bounds on the other near side of midfield across the 45. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. And some space here. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Let's go!
Throwing, Hundley. Incomplete, over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs here.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And for K'Wan Short, the questions about his motor really went away in 2015. Boy, what a season he had.
17 tackles for a loss last year, and, of course, give him another one right there. They come out with one back and three tight ends. On second down, here's Crowell. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Dante Hightower on the stop.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now Hundley. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Red zone opportunity.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping, and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come out here in the eye. The handoff, running left, Crowell. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Now receiver in motion left. First and goal here from the 2. They'll try to run it with Morris. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense. And that's their first of this second half. Point after now from Sturgis. And the lead is now 13. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? And almost by name, right? That's a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility? Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They come up with one back. That's Ingram. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And quickly, they get to the line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust? Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dive. Luck not bad. He's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. This is taken at the 23. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. A first down carry now for Crowell. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Tackle made there by Robert Alford. Third down and 4.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing is Locke. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. And able to find Decker. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for the Bears on third. 44 yards. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Again, Locke. This will be caught at about the 5. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And New York set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Cameron Meredith, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they dropped it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9. Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on third down.
Here we go.
Throwing, Hundley. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. And the Giants send out their punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And
the giant rush gets home as down he goes. The All-Pro from 2015, Aaron Donald, in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Third and long, it's Locke. Looking deep downfield here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
It doesn't help indeed. This is Crowell. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
That's a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Here we go.
Now Hundley. Incomplete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
3 down. Hey, check Ohio.
And they just did not get the snap away in time. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
Let's go.
And the wideout in motion. After the penalty, it's Crowell. They find some open field here. 12 yards is the pickup there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
They come out here in the eye. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Giants, they pick up win number 7 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
You